All right, we got another client installed. Got it on a 10-foot pole, pointing over the RV, over to the AP. Over there, that's attached to that RV. Didn't think the pole's going to be tall enough, but after I put it up and checked the alignment, it's got great numbers, less than or better than -65. And this is the way we do it, so we don't have to worry about anybody taking off with our equipment anymore. Everything's outside. We got the PoE. Now the PoE that comes with this radio is not powerful enough to feed both of the devices. So we got a 12 watt 24 gigabit PoE, and feed the cube, and then let the cube feed the CPE. So have one plug. It just locks up. Put a lock on it. And it's done. And the stake here we have is a 3 foot, and we mark 1 foot and get as close as possible, at least minimum of 1 foot down. But that's all it takes. Now the good thing using the air cube is not only it's convenient out here, but I can remotely access it. So if these people are just temporary, say for the summer or whatever period of time, and they decided to leave, so they call or email or whatever and say, hey, I want to turn off the service, discontinue the internet service. We turn it off. Somebody else pulls in. We can remotely log in, change the name on the account, log into the router, the AirCube, change the password, give them, the new client, the new password. I don't even have to come back. As long as it's got power, I can do it all remotely. So I pretty much come in and install it, and I don't have to come back out unless I'm going to actually uninstall or troubleshoot, which that's troubleshooting is basically slim to none, my experience so far. But that's what we do. We put a stake, because we can't screw the box to this. Now the other RV parks has like a 6x6 or 4x6 paling like buried behind it for screwing to it or stabilizing. I don't know, but this part has none, so I had to come up with a different way. But this works. Keeps it off the ground, keeps it all outside, so we all good. And I like using these poles, so if we're out in a place that we don't have anything to really strap it to, like this here, we can stick it in the ground, say a foot or two, and since it bevels at the top there for another pipe to slide onto, that gives us the opportunity, as I did at my RV, to put actually guide wires on it, put a loop of the wire around it and tighten it, so that way I don't have to do any screwing of any kind of mechanism to hold the cable up, because if I tighten it to the smallest section at the very top of it, when it slides down, it's not going to slide down any further, because it's not going to expand to go around that, so it actually holds it. So I can put a guide wire, 3 of them, out in the middle of the field, and it actually will hold it up. And put some kind of stake, maybe a 2x4 out there, since there's nothing for it to lean against, and put a solar panel and everything, and have it out in the middle of nowhere. Endless possibilities with this equipment. And after you get out there and start putting it in, you start coming up with your own unique ways of getting it installed. Because as soon as I came here, I'm like, well, there's no wood to screw it to it, and I don't want to put it on the inside of the RVs because you never know when somebody's going to haul off with your equipment. Even had one that not only took the radio that I had attached to the top of the RV, they took it and the wire all the way down to the outside box, took everything out of the box, left the box. But that's okay. Write up an invoice, run their card. Done for the equipment. They haven't said a thing, and it's been almost a month. So I'm all good. And now I got a lock on it. Of course, any lock you can break. It's plastic, but you're really going to have to do some force because that's on there pretty tight. It's not like zip tie. You can cut it and open it and take stuff out and put another zip tie back on it. Of course, they can go buy the tool to open this up, but they're going to really have to do some footwork to get into it. But that's okay. I took precautions in case anybody else does it to get reimbursed for whatever they take. Even though it's a hobby, you still got to watch out for them crooked people. Hadn't had but 4 so far since I've been doing this, but I got things in place that resolves that issue, and you know, takes less than a month to fix it. But that's it for installing this one. And another thing I like about doing it this way is the client does not have to be here. I got it all set up, activated account. Now I'm going to text them the password and tell them it's all done. It's going to generate a invoice sometime before midnight by itself, and they are ready to go when they get home tonight, because usually she works on base is what I was told, and she don't get back until 6, 7. So we'll see, because we'll look at it when I get back to my house in the studio and all, and see if I see traffic start passing. If I do, then I know she's all good, because not only I can log in, change the password, I can also see how many devices are actually tied to the air cube. What devices, don't know. But if I go in further in depth into the cube, it probably will show what kind of, like if it says Roku or a Galaxy or whatever. But I can see that she was able to tie to it, and I can see traffic, then everything should be good. That's what I like about setting it up like this. I can sit home or in the studio, drink coffee, and tap in and monitor everything. Change whatever I need. They want to change package, speed package, I can bump it up. But now they can actually log in and choose a different package, and it will change it for them. Because it'll come on my end and say approve or deny. Well, since they only ones that's got the password to their account, of course I'm just going to go ahead and approve it and let them have what they desire to have. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and hopefully there'll be more to come, because I got a few more on the list. Got to go out of town, that good old hour-and-a-half drive to install one there, and I got to change the wire on the AP, so watch for that video as well.